Are you looking to add to your diecast collection? Well, visit GoRacingDiecast.com. Explore one of the largest collections available with the options for pre-orders, new inventory, and the GOAT's personal collection for over 25 years. There's an option for every level of hobbyist. Ship direct. Personal custom diecasts are available. Shop the GOAT Racing merch store. And if you're a driver, apply for a sponsorship today. Turn your hobby into a passion and head on over and shop GoRacingDiecast.com.
Well, good afternoon, good evening, good morning to everybody out there. Jason here, Secretary of Sports. It's a pleasure to have you here live at a charge. So, look, countdown to green action here, presented by Lunatic Designs. It is Wednesday night Xfinity Series action live on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. We appreciate everybody being out there. If you haven't done so, reach up, hit that like button for me, because along with sport, what we do, we're constantly growing and constantly striving to do just a little bit more. Each and every week, we line them up and throw them down. The GOAT Racing Diecast Xfinity Series here, presented by SIM500 eSports. I tell you what, their racing leagues are pretty fire. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun to see. Mr. Van Ness, thank you for the like. Lane Phillips, give us a like out there as well. Thank you, sir. I appreciate you very much. We are in the big state. One of the biggest states that the United States has. The Lone Star State here for the Week 12 of the GOAT Racing Diecast Xfinity Series. Track temperature, it's got a little spice to it, 113 degrees here. You see Joe Hudson get a little bit freer there on the bottom side. We're going to run the 1.46 mile length racing surface. It's going to be a blast. It's going to be fun. It's going to be entertaining. It's going to be everything you'd ask. Drivers are warming up out there right now. And we're going to see some fun here for 110 laps. 100% fuel, 3 sets of tires for the drivers. Pace car speed limit's going to be 55 miles an hour. Pit road speed limit, well, it's little. It's 45 miles an hour. That's really slow. A chance to go a lap down and then some. When it comes to lap times here, we're going to see those 30-second lap times pretty much throughout the entirety of this race, and it's going to be masterful. These drivers are going to really have to hold on to everything they've got, especially when it comes to the early going. This track has a tendency to feed the bottom, and we'll see some drivers maybe try to be defensive. That front stretch closes up on you, similar to what you see at Charlotte, and that tri-oval is it can be a mess. It really can, but it is one of the best leagues we call, and one of the higher strength of fields that we call as well. And we like it. We enjoy it. We enjoy the racing that they present us. So thank you to Charles Vance Quick. Again, go to GoRacingDiecast.com. Find yourself one of his diecasts. I'll tell you, he's got one of the biggest collections of diecasts available on the market. And if you can't stop by and see him personally, then you shop online. He also has some customs available as well. And has a big ordering process out there that you can get pre-orders taken care of. So, it's going to be a ton of fun. 110 laps again. 81 degrees on the air temperature. 51% humidity, cloudy skies. 14-mile-an-hour winds. Going to be shaking this place up. In Texas, everything's bigger in Texas, right? That's what they say. They say it's bigger. It's Texas. SIM500 again into week 12. Next week, they're going to go to Nashville Super Speedway. They're going to go from a very fast track to a track that you're going to be out of the throttle more so than anything. So, but both tracks like to eat the tires. So we'll see how that's going to fare out. Right now, Wesley Donaldson leads in the point standings, tied with Stephen Miles. So Jason Karlovich is going to be third in the point standings. He's just a point behind Donaldson and Miles. They both have 366 points. David Schildhouse is fourth in the point standings, 3 points off of those standings. Mark Jorgensen Jr. sits fourth in the point standings. Was leading last week. I believe he had a miss last week, so he's going to be back again this week. He does have 5 wins, the winningest driver in the series currently. Schildhouse has 2 wins, as well as, let me cycle this by wins. Adam Gilliland has 2 wins. Sean Macklin has a win, and Justin Fuller has a win through this series. And absolutely, definitely enjoy the racing that we're seeing. So, we're a couple of weeks away from the playoffs here in this one, but a lot of drivers are going to have to start thinking about what they're going to be doing over the next handful of weeks. I believe let me take a look. Chase starts after Daytona, so that'll be April 30th. Kansas Speedway will be the first race in the Chase, and it's gonna be a blast to watch them get themselves lined up. So, but yeah, SIM500 back on board here tonight, Wednesday night racing again. Some of the fastest racing you're going to see on iRacing right here. And it's going to be insane. All right, let's talk about your starting grid because it is locked in. Well, the guy with the most wins starts on pole. That's how that one's going to work out. Mark Jorgensen Jr., the 88, will sit on pole today with Brandon Alphen to his outside. Brian Macklin are going to be row number 2. Nelson Rivera, he's ready to go. He's got Stephen Miles to his outside there at row number 3. Tyler Dalton, Alex Bryson in row number 4. The Children and David Schildhouse are going to be out there with Rich Slavely in the number 32 there, row number 5. Lane Phillips and Robert Fryery III there in row number 6. Row 7 will be JP Phillips, Barry Stevens. Jason's going to be out there in the number 60. He's going to have Bobby Wetzel in the 9 there in row number 8. EJ and Tommy making up row number 9 to 31 to the 17 of Kevin Stone. Going to be out there row 10. Row 11 will be Bentley Glazer and Jeff Ryan. Wesley Donaldson and Ryan D. Cook are going to be out there through row 12. Row 13 is going to be Mike Montezi, Brent Scott. Joey Jatina is going to be out there with Joe Hudson. And row 14, Ron Holyfield, Chad Coleman to row 15. Josh Parker, Doug Roth in row number 16. Randy Oakham, Doug Sigmund in row 17. Brian Wortman, Gerald Livingston in row 18. And I think that's it. Yeah, 18 drivers, 18 rows of drivers, 36 of them. Gerald Livingston is the guy I secretly root for each and every week. He is back here. He's going to try to keep the Canadian car in one piece. He's got a lot of work to do, and so do these drivers. Isn't it crazy? They're on the back straightaway, and we're just now getting drivers leaving pit road. Looks like Jeff Ryan's going to start from pits in that game on number 3. And Jorgensen Jr., Brandon Alphen, ready to rock and roll. Lights going to be off the pace car. We should go green flag racing almost immediately, so lot to undertake on this racetrack. It is a massive track that you have to save everything you've got to be able to make something happen. There is the biggest pythons in all of iRacing. Pace car will make the sharp left-hand turn onto pit road here out of turn 4. These drivers will get up through the restart zone, and we will be green flag racing here at Texas. Let's go. We are underway. Tyler Dalton up too early. Jorgensen out front. Big stretch. And Sean Macklin a half second back. Brandon Alphen's going to be in tow off 1. Nelson Rivera gains a spot as well. We have to take a look at where Brian Macklin is at. He is the first driver inside the top 5. Outside the top 5 now. He sits in 8th. Might be just trying to save something here. 83 and Bryson off 1. Rich Slavely sits in 10th. That's exactly where he started this one. JP Phillips going to be up 2. Fastest lap of the race just turned by your race leader, 31.18. 3 of 110. This will be a fast race. Back straightaway, very busy. As all the drivers get hooked up. There's Stephen Miles matching with the spicy schemes. Need a little Tabasco fiasco on that one. Josh Parker up 9 early. 81 working now. We're seeing a lot of paint schemes out there that are not showing up, and I know that Trading Paints had a fiasco this past week. And because they had a fiasco this past week, a lot of the drivers are probably going to be missing some paint schemes. There's the 9 Bobby Wetzel. He almost gets split 3 wide there again. 81, try to make up some ground here. Up 11 early. Likes to work from the back to the front, but Jorgensen Jr. this time by as the tires get warmed up. 31.17. Nelson Rivera just ran his fastest lap of the race. Schildhouse on the bottom side, 2022. 20 Karams the corner. We'll see who's going to save it off. 6 spots gained for Schildhouse early. Karlovich is going to be up 3 as the 60 rolls forward. J.P. Phillips doing himself some justice. How about E.J. O'Rourke and Brent Scott? 3 wide on the bottom side. 81 sends the corner. Is going to try to pull a slide job here. E.J. will get right back to the back bumper of the 81. He's got a big run on him. Parker, 36.73 on the I rating, up 13. And quite often just tries to go from the back to the front. You know, if his qualifying efforts aren't near what his driving ability is, but I tell you, it's looking pretty darn fantastic. Let's go for the Budgie Bird. Pats fan says you're fixing to stat as well at 7:55 starts. You're starting Scran as you do 75 laps at Dega. I don't know what you mean, sir. All right, everybody rolling. We're good to go. Are you streaming? Are you getting ready to do a fixed race? Is that what you mean? I'm not quite sure. A second the advantage here for Brandon Alphin as David Schildhouse up 6. Nelson Rivera up 1. Stephen Miles up 1. Sean Macklin gains one of his spots back. He was off 4. I'm sorry, Brian Macklin still off 4. He sits at 8th. Has Alex Bryson off 1 to the inside. Whoa! Sends the corner on the 30. I think Brian is just saving some tire here. Rich Swavely going to be, again, right where he started. Get a little onboard look here. Caution comes out. Kevin Stone. Oh, the 4. Into the 17. How did that start, though? I think this is Mike Montezi here, the 4 behind Kevin Stone. Kevin Stone gets into the wall. Just nothing Mike could do there. Kevin Stone gets into the wall, checks him up, and just across the nose of Mike. First caution comes out. Everybody's going to play catch up here as they go. Your call goes live. I don't understand what you mean, sir. Your call goes live at set. You have a race to call at 7:55. If you do, good luck in your call. Ten laps in, first caution. It's a racetrack that, well, it can show up and show out. You go live on the VBRN then. Okay. Good. Ryan Macklin, J.P. Phillips, Tommy Ryan, Barry Stevens, Josh Parker, E.J. O'Rourke, Brent Scott, Bobby Wetzel, Chad Coleman, Ryan Cook. A lot of drivers coming to pit road. More than half the field, and it might be just for fuel. We'll have to take a look and see. Are you trying to advertise your stream on my stream? Is that what you're trying to do? I'm trying to understand what the comments were, because your comment was a little bit broken. See Brian Macklin take a little tire action there. Excuse me, I've got a little bit of a hoarse throat. Spent a lot of time outdoors today. Working. So I'm on the water. We've got some water going. Brandon Alphin having a connection issue here. Tommy Ryan leaving pit road. He was on for minute 1. Brian Wortman leaving pit road as well. Eric Arnold out of the race, it looks to be. We're trying to load in. Not quite sure what's minus. Oh, so he might have started the race and had to jump to pit road. Brandon Alphin looks to have settled down. So the 21 should be good to go. Again, this is all internet racing. Saying goodbye to Budgie. I gotta go. I have your call to do. You're just letting me know what your plans are. Oh. The very first comment you put up there, which I appreciate. Thank you for letting me know. The very first comment you put up there was broken. And there was I couldn't understand it. It was like my mom texting. I love my mom, but or she can't text. But thank you, sir. Have a good one. Be good. Be safe. Mr. Raker, thank you for the like as well. Your phone did autocorrect on you. Yeah, double space still puts punctuation marks in there. You know, you can put a period in there and a comma. You control your phone. Don't just hit the enter button, folks. I want to make sure I read your comments correctly. You know what I mean? It's all good. Be good. Good luck in your race. One more time. They're getting ready to do it. And they gone. They green. Let's do it again. Eric Arnold able to jump to pit road. He's going to be able to lead pit road now. Doug Sigmund will be the last driver on the lead lap. Jorgensen Jr., 0.2 of a second lead over Schildhouse. Alphin behind Nelson Rivera. 24 to the 22. Sean Macklin in the 18. Sent on the bottom side. Ooh, baby, E.J. O'Rourke had a big run on the outside lane. Has a big shove to the 16 of Lane Phillips. Oh, baby, 16:41. That's a big one. 17, the 11, the 9. Big one here. As that was massive. Wow. I was getting ready to go to the getting calm. Oh, something happened to the 16 there. And the 41. Oh, the 16 went rolling back over him. Holy cow. Let's back this up. I think the 14 might have gotten into the 16 here. Lane Phillips on the high side goes to drop in. Oh, 14 just had a run on the 16 and bam. Hip checks that driver. And then Lane Phillips holding on to it. Gets sent up and over. The 41 does land on his tires. But ouch. One more time. Drivers through to avoid. Oh, the 3, the 11, the 9. That was massive. We gotta, let's go on board Joey here. Back up here just a little bit. Joey, very bottom side of the racetrack, goes to turn to the corner, has a run into the corner. 16 closes the door. Lane Phillips Oh, gets a full send there. AJ O'Rourke went for, hold on. This might make you dizzy, folks. Excuse me. Hold on to it. Watch the runner to the corner. This is on board the EJ O'Rourke at the 41. Oh, man. Oh, and then the car rolls back over him. Man. Ouch. That was violent. That was massively violent. You know it's not violent? A new diecast.
Are you looking to add to your diecast collection? Well, visit GoatRacingDiecast.com. Explore one of the largest collections available with the options for pre-orders, new inventory, and the GOAT's personal collection for over 25 years. There's an option for every level of hobbyist. Ship direct. Personal custom diecasts are available. Shop the GOAT Racing merch store. And if you're a driver, apply for a sponsorship today. Turn your hobby into a passion and head on over and shop GoatRacingDiecast.com.
Budgie had the budgie copter coming. I believe that was yeah, there it is. Hold on. We got to give it to her. Because dang old dang, was that everything you could have asked for. All right, pace car's going to dive in. Sorry, Budgie, I didn't mean to take that away from you. It's good timing, too. Green flag, that's one of the biggest ones we've ever seen. Jorgensen, Schildhouse, Alphen, Miles, Macklin, Rivera. Sean Macklin, the 18, trying to do his thing. Schildhouse sees the 21 of Alphen to the inside. Mushroom. I hope the clips aren't broken. Man. Oh, no, they're working. Yeah, you know, you sent it back. Okay. Good deal. Like, it didn't work right the first time. It's all good. It's all good. Thank you, Budgie. There was a lot going on there. Oh, man, Jorgensen, Schildhouse, Alphen, Stephen Miles. Let's take a look where Joey's going to be at up 13 as the 81 to the outside. 14 with a shot here. 14, 81 side by side down to the back straightaway. 14 trying to edge the corner. 81 of Josh Parker able to make the run on the outside work for him here. He'll drop into the corner. Parker came in on 10. Took fuel then. Again, trying to march his way back forward. He came out pretty much where he was at. There's the two of Friery into the wall there. 14 back to the inside. 33 there as well. Brent Scott. He's got a good look going on about him. This is when tires start wearing in. We start seeing drivers with a little bit more going on. Get more going on. Bobby Wetzel tail to the field here. He had an off track on lap 21. Let's take a look and see. Oh, he just took a ride in the grass. He's good. Good old Bobby. An 09 car. Don't count him out, folks. He could be up inside the top 10 very soon. Jorgensen, Schildhouse, Alphen. But Stephen Miles in the 24, 59-61 with the iRating. Jorgensen looking for his 6th win on the season. Sean Macklin seeing Nelson Rivera close back in the distance. Keep your eye on Brian Macklin here. When he came to pit road, he took tires, so he's going to be able to go a little bit longer. Well, not only with the fuel marker, but he does have 10 lap fresher tires in the field. So if he doesn't overdrive them, he should be able to do something with them. Right now, 31.75, faster than about everybody in front of him. This time by Jorgensen, 32.03. Schildhouse closing in. Josh Parker in the 81 has Chattanooga behind him. Joey doing a masterful job, even though the 016 was down there in that corner. A lot of pace. 38 rolling. Randy Yoakum in the 8 to the outside of the 78. 46 just behind. How about Ryan Cook running the GOAT logo? All of the things. All right, quarter second separating the drivers. Let's take a look and get a little closer what these drivers have got going on. 88 up on the outside lane. Jorgensen keeping it close. Tommy Ryan has Montezzi back here. Montezzi to the outside. Tommy Ryan to the bottom. Tommy Ryan trying to work his way back for it at 30 seconds of damage to get repaired. And should be good to go now. He's tracking down Ryan Cook. Barry Stevens off 7 from the start of the race. Eric Arnold gaining some spots here. Eric trying to drive back forward. Again, got a late start to the race, so he's 12 laps down from the field. Doesn't need to make it happen. EJ O'Rourke still getting the damage worked on. Ron Holyfield, same concept here. The 11 was involved in that last caution. Terrible situation. Jorgensen to Schildhouse. Alphin behind. J.P. Phillips moving forward. He gets around Tyler Dalton. Looking ahead, Brian Macklin in a 30. He's got around Deshaun in the 18. Ryan 42.11 on the I rating. Doing what he can. Has a little bit of speed. We'll see if this will fare out for him. Extra set of tires for the drivers. They should really only need one green flag pit stop. Now, Brian Macklin will need to do so. He is about 3/10 of a second faster than the field. And if he continues to run the way he is, he might level off getting closer to the front. But if he gets a little bit of clean air, it might actually work to his advantage. So we'll see how this will fare out for him. His speed at 162 out of the corner. Over to the tri-oval area. He's up to third quickly here. A little bit newer tires going to make it easier for you to turn into the corner. And that'll be kind of the way it is. So Schildhouse, quarter second now the gap. As Brian Macklin has the tires warmed up, he's about 14 of a second faster, so just over a tenth and a half, or just under a tenth and a half the last time by. He'll have a run on the 20. This is where tires are going to be important. 20 will soak up the pace. We'll see if the 20 will get right there to the back bumper of the 30. Corner exit, might be able to throttle up just a little bit here. Half second the gap between these two drivers. Last lap for Jorgensen, 32.60. And Brian Macklin, 32.36. So about a half second still. Macklin with 10 lap fresher tires will make it, it will matter. It'll matter for sure. But again, we got to think about how the lap times will level back off, and when the tires level off, is Jorgensen saving enough to be able to go back to Macklin here. J.P. Phillips up to 7th. Same concept as fresher tires. Ron Holyfield is actually leaving pit road here. The 11 going to get out there and try to make something happen with that new car. So you'll see it. Jorgensen to Macklin. 32.54 last time by for Jorgensen. 32.48 for Macklin. Macklin is closing in the distance just a little bit here, but the lap times are starting to close together. That's a massive, massive undertaking for this racetrack. Drivers are pretty spread out right now. Chad Coleman, little battle here with the 32 of Rich Swaley. He's going to make a little bit of work with it. Get a little bit extra fuel. Has the 36 of Bentley Glazer there. Tommy Ryan. He's the one that has the extra fuel. 99 rolling forward. Joey got Tommy got the extra damage taken care of. He might have taken tires here too. Joey's in 14th. Still up 13 spots. Josh Parker, he came to pit road, took a little extra fuel up to 10th. He's behind Nelson Rivera. His lap time, 32.73. So he's got a little bit of finesse to still happen. Jorgensen Jr. now putting the dirty air on the 30 as the battle is on. Brian Macklin in the 30 to the bottom side. Jorgensen to soak up the draft. Brian Macklin, 10 lap fresher tires. Well, that's a good strategy here. And he's just got to hold on to it. As Jorgensen will keep it close. I do want to see if Macklin with clean air, if his car is going to handle any different, if he's going to be able to pull away from these drivers, which, I mean, in all reality, it should be. Doug Roth, Ryan Cook, side by side. 8 spots gained for Doug Roth as the 43 doing well here. The 11 making things happen. There's Montesi. He shoots at the inside. 478.43. Barry Stevens in the 78 up on the outside lane. Off 10 from the start of the race. Ryan Cook back to the inside of the Ford. Macklin still only 0.2 of a second difference, a quarter second separating these two. And a second back from Macklin is going to be David Schillhouse. Stephen Miles up 2. Brennan Alphin's going to be up off 3. Sean Macklin off 3. JP Phillips off 6. Josh Parker's worked his way to 9th. All the support in the world. 38 of 110. Green flag pit stop should be around the halfway mark. Glazer behind Chad Coleman. We're going to throw this thing on exciting. We're going to keep you opposed to the race line, and I'll be right back. I'm going to hydrate first. My throat's just a little scratchy. I'll be back in just a moment. Good little battle we're watching here. Eric Arnold jumped to pit road, had to leave pit road. Something happening there. 14 to the 60 going at it. Chad Coleman behind him up 14 spots. He's been kind of on it. 14 still trying to clear the 60. He's going to be able to do so. 38 of Coleman rolling. 60 trying to pull. You see the 14 slide up. He'll take the outside lane now. Now that they've worn themselves out doing that, see if they can do it again. Chad Coleman to the inside of the 60. 38, 60 rolling. 60 on the outside. Tri-oval area. The chance to battle back. The outside lane can prevail. Thank you, Budgie, for the hydrate and stretch, dear. I appreciate you. But the old 60, drop it back. Bentley Glazer to the inside. Brian Macklin, 6/10 of a second lead. Jorgensen starting to fall backwards here to Schildhouse. Last laps for the drivers. Kind of leveled off. Half second separating the two. Stephen Miles sits in fourth. Brian Macklin hasn't marched away, but he is slowly working his way away from where Jorgensen's doing. So a little bit of clean air. It does matter. Eric Arnold, the 31, hit a jump to pit road on lap 15. Maybe there's a connection issue, something happened in there. I'm not quite sure. Oh, caution, Rod Holyfield. Bottom side of the racetrack, Mike Montezi. Montezi into the wall. Oh, the Holyfield followed him. So both drivers involved there. So I think it was just a misfortune, just getting tight there. I'm going to go on the nose cam here. Just kind of listen. Oh, yeah. Man. So Mike Montezi got into the wall right here. Just pushing tight. Bam. And nowhere for the 43 to go. That's Doug Roth at a 43. He gets more damage because of it. And now a chance. Everybody coming to pit road. Brian Macklin will lead him down. Jorgensen Jr. He's got that number one pit box, so we'll see if he's going to be able to make that happen. And as they do, refill the water. I'll be right back. We'll keep this thing rolling. These drivers did a phenomenal job of making things happen. And we'll be right back. All right. Cameras didn't switch for me there. Had to restart SDK for a moment. That took me a moment there, folks. I apologize to you and the call of the race. Right now, tight little battle here for the 30 and the 24. Stephen Miles, 53 of 110. Jorgensen Jr. dropped a couple of spots coming to pit road. His pit lap was about half a second longer, and he does have that number 1 pit box. So, the time to get in and out of pit road is massively important here. Saving a little extra is going to be the case too. Macklin, Stephen Miles. Miles to the bottom side, trying to lead here. 54 of 110. Up and out. Down the back straightaway. A little side draft from the 24. Trying to pull the 30 back. But the 30 will be able to do the same thing here at a 3 and 4. They'll run door to door here. Up and out. Macklin should be able to close the distance here just a touch. He'll lead that lap. But can the 24 get into the corner? A little harder this time. 30 still battling. Schildhaus just behind his fastest lap of the race, 31:10. Here's what it looks like from the nose of that car. Miles trying to close in the corner. These two burning up the tires ahead of him, door to door. Miles and Macklin. Schildhaus trying to drop into the corner here. Macklin will prevail. And Stephen Miles still there, not ready to quit just yet. 17 spots gained for Chad Coleman. Josh Parker, 31-26. He's up 22. So trying to keep that biggest mover of the race, that hard charger, right behind the 19 of Tyler Dalton. Parker just ran his fastest lap of the race, 31-26. Might have a little more to the tank and tries to press forward. Macklin still leads over Stephen Miles. David Schildhaus there to the back bumper of the 24. Macklin in the Toyota. The Supra is doing well. 2 of them inside the top 5. The 60 back to 15th where he started. This track has a tendency to wear you out. Bentley Glazer up 6 as the 60 of Karlovich clears. Well, let's go for the win. Budget, thank you for the clips. I appreciate you, dear. Macklin still leads. Jorgensen 0.6 of a second here. Last lap 31.60. Schildhaus 31.65. Alphen 31.60 as well. Parker 31.59. He gets around Tyler Dalton, and we'll see if he's going to have anything here for that car. JP Phillips still bottom side. Both drivers under the black paint schemes. That's something that we normally see. Normally we see the big ones, the big bright ones. Stephen Miles to Schildhaus. Gap still comfortable. Still within racing distance. Now the question here is, the drivers came in on 47. In the trucks, we usually see 48 to 52 laps of fuel. And the Xfinity cars were just a little bit longer. So we'll be backing off the pace, maybe just to make sure the more you lead, the faster you run, the harder you run, the more fuel you burn. Reels, thank you for subscribing on YouTube. I saw, now I see that up there 7 minutes ago. Thank you very much. $30, $24, $20, $88, $21. Brandon Alphen rolling. Off 3 from the start of the race again. Josh Parker behind the 34 of JP Phillips. His lap time's pretty much level with everybody else. Just able to get into the corner and just turn better than a lot of the drivers. See the 34 of Phillips runs second lane here. 81's drive line. He'll soak back up behind the 34. 1 and 2, you gotta run the bottom. 3 and 4, same concept. 34 egg shapes here. Let's see if the drive off is going to go to the advantage of that car. Randy Yoakum. Good things happening there. Bryson off 10. We'll see if Alex can take that car and work it forward. Gets tight into the corner. Runs the higher side here. That's not a part of the track you want to be running. Gets into the wall just a little bit there. You see Rich Swavely take and make that pass. Alex off 11 now. Joey up 12, trying to get back to 14th. He was in, I believe he was in 13th last we saw, so get a little work for him to do, but he should be fine. Stephen Miles keeping it close to the 30 of Brian Macklin. Jorgensen Jr. has worked his way back to third. He's gotten around Schildhouse here. So a little bit of saving and a little bit of progressing forward. As Jorgensen Jr. goes back to work. Sean Macklin started third inside second row on the start of this race. He's looking forward. Josh Parker in the 81. Now hitting that plateau. We'll see if he and JP Phillips can march their way forward. Right now, their lap time just a little better than the drivers ahead of him, all except for Mark Jorgensen Jr. He's about a tenth and a half better than the drivers ahead of him. Nelson Rivera's last lap, 32.80. He is off 12 from the start of the race, started fifth. Moving on. How about Gerald Livingston? I talk about this guy. Earlier I said, hey, this guy, he's going to be somebody we secretly root for. He is up 13. He and Jeff Ryan having a little duking it out segment. As Ryan Cook's going to be right behind him. 96 giving a lot of room to the 3. 96 of Livingston gets into the corner. 46 to the bottom side. Jeff Ryan off 1 from the start of the race, trying to continue to press forward. So Gerald doing himself some good deeds, up 14. Oh, 46 free, slides across the grass there. Jeff Ryan will get that spot back. It works the outside lane, 46 tight right there. Has to remanage the tires. Those left sides back up to temperature. Just behind Ryan D. Cook is Barry Stevens and Kevin Stone. Macklin, Stephen Miles, Jorgensen Jr. Miles gets to the back bumper. Little arrow push from the 88. Schildhouse closes back in as well. So does Brandon Alphin and Sean Macklin. JP Phillips, Josh Parker. Parker sends the bottom side of the racetrack. JP Phillips giving the race line up just a touch there. Josh Parker up 24. His last lap, 32.53. Still able to just turn better than the other drivers. But a tenth better than the field ahead of him. And then the only other driver that has that kind of speed is Tommy Ryan. But Tommy seemingly has been saving Tyler Dalton just ahead of him. Macklin. Stephen Miles, 43. Doug Roth just ahead. Doug Roth gives the line up to the leaders. 24 searching to the bottom side. He'll have the quarter panel. Schildhouse clears. Alphin unable to get clear where he needs to. 88 down to the bottom. 24 side by side with the 30. 30 trying to hold off the 24. With the 88 in tow. Macklin still leads. Jorgensen Jr. trying to keep him at bay. Battle for the lead is on again. Gerald, thank you for the light. Or sorry, Jared, thank you for the light. Not Gerald, Jared. I was looking over at Mr. Livingston. Jared, thank you very much, sir. 24 clears. Can Stephen Miles lead a lap? 20 clears Brian Macklin as well. 71 of 110. Just under 40 laps to go. And Stephen Miles tries to outpace the 88. Thank you for following. I appreciate you. I'm not a like you follow. Thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate you. Thank you, Budgie. Jorgensen Jr. All right, Stephen Miles, credit for lap led, Schildhouse. Same concept, trying to work his way back up into the mix as well. Brian Macklin ahead of Brandon Alphen, trying not to lose too much ground here. Brian Macklin had to use that outside lane for about a lap and a half. And with the tires the way they are right now, and as hard as these drivers are running, they might have been cooked a little bit. Josh Parker in 7th. Give him my eyes here. Right now, Stephen Miles again. Quarter second the gap. Parker tailing into this group. Josh Parker, 32.64 last time by. Brandon Alphen working to the inside of the 30. 30 backing up the corner, drives back around. The 21 will get freed up. Oh, 21 nowhere to go. 18 soaks that one back up. So Sean Macklin trying to make the pass. 30 trying to be on defense here. Brandon Alphen up and out of the corner. We'll see the 18. 18 should be close enough here to clear. He is going to be clear. And working forward. Stephen Miles still 15 100ths of a second. The lead. Jorgensen turns the bottom side. Will have the inside lane. He's going to send that corner. This is where the slider happens. 20. We'll see the 24 come down. Dirty air across the nose. 24 with a big run. And Jorgensen Jr. back to the lead, but don't get out Schildhouse just yet. Josh Parker's last lap, same lap time he ran before. And now 32.87 for the driver ahead of him. Brandon Alphen. You see 32.74 here for Parker. 32.74 for J.P. Phillips. If Parker can clear the driver, should be good to go. 21 outside lane. Drive off for the 21 should be neck and neck here as they roll up out of the corner. Alphen to Parker. Alphen trying to clear here. Can the 81 slide the corner? We've watched him do it time and time again. 21 will get tight here. Alphen's way up the racetrack here. 81 not clear. 21 still there. '81 throttling up. 18 gets around the 30. Oh, wall tap for the 30. Brian Macklin led a portion of this race on tire strategy. Had a good call. We'll see the 81 and the 30 side by side. 30 is going to be able to try to do the same thing again. This is the same thing that we saw before. A little bit of a skip there for SDK. Hope everybody is good. 81 clears. So Parker to 5th now, trying to track down Sean Macklin. Back in the race. Let's go to the back. Joey's going to be in that 14. He's up 12 spots. Is Bentley Glazer just ahead? Bentley sees 10 spots gain to Wesley Donaldson. 18 spots gain for Chad Coleman. Coleman, if he went to the lead, would be up 30 spots. 31 if Josh Parker could get up to the lead. Sorry, 4 more spots, so he'd be up 30 as well. Chad Coleman saving a little bit for the long roll. Jorgensen Jr., 32.76 his last time by. Schildhouse, 32.70. Stephen Miles is now back to 3rd. Bobby Wetzel a lap down, be the first driver a lap down. Sees Macklin rolling. There's Sean Macklin in the 18. 81 will throttle up. We'll see the 9 to the outside. Little wiggle out of the 9. He's fine. Still rolling. 30, 21. Bobby. Just a lap down. Starting to get into lap traffic here. 81 of 110 with 30 laps to go. All of the drivers doing what they can. Schildhouse trying to maximize. Baji, 500 biddies. Thank you, dear.
Budgie Bird 5 sent 500 bits.
Thank you, dear, for the 500 biddies. I appreciate you. You are a legend. 4/10 of a second gap here from Jorgensen to Schildhouse. Let's see if iRacing will let us know what is going on with the racetrack. There it is. 91 to 38. 38 up 18. Big wiggle out of Chad Coleman. You see the 91 back to the inside. 91 slides the corner. 38 down on the bottom. And Coleman back to 17 spots gained. Trying to crest the top 10. Tyler Dalton off 3 from the start of the race. He's got his sights set. J.P. Phillips up 4. Josh Parker's last lap, 32.89. He has kind of settled in. Sean Macklin, 32.78, matching the race leader's lap time. 18 doing a pretty phenomenal job. Keeping the tires on the line for just the bare minimum here. And able to just turn the corner, quarter second here for the 81. 18 natural lane on the bottom side of the racetrack. Going to be able to throttle up just a little better here. 81 soaking up the draft here, but still losing just a touch of time. 18 drops the corner. 81. Again, 18 backing up the corner here. Just trying to save a little bit. 81. Oh, into the grass for the 81 of Josh Parker. He is trying to put that car where the boundaries say, hey, don't go there. J.P. Phillips up 4. Tommy Ryan looking to the inside of Brandon Alphin. Up and out of the corner. Might have just gotten a little bit free there, but hey, nothing wrong with it. Tommy Ryan to the 99. Brandon Alphin off 5. Chad Coleman has Glazer going around. He's losing a spot here. Joey back to 16th. He was in 15th. Alex Bryson trying to work his way back forward as well. Brandon Alphin, Tommy Ryan side-by-side battle. Gerald Livingston up 14. Sees Brent Scott just ahead. Randy Yoakum up 13 as well. Rich Swavely is the driver he is trying to track down. Rich Swavely in 19th. Doing what he can. Jorgensen Jr. half second the lead with 24 laps to go.
Are you looking to add to your diecast collection? Well, visit GoatRacingDiecast.com. Explore one of the largest collections available with the options for pre-orders, new inventory, and the GOAT's personal collection for over 25 years. There's an option for every level of hobbyist. Ship direct. Personal custom diecasts are available. Shop the GOAT Racing merch store. And if you're a driver, apply for a sponsorship today. Turn your hobby into a passion and head on over and shop GoatRacingDiecast.com.
Well, thank everybody for being out there. Of course, if you haven't done so, reach hit that like button for me. It goes along with the support what we do. Consider following us or subscribing. We're live on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube, and we enjoy every bit of it. Brent, how are you doing, sir? Some good racing. 22 laps to go, and couldn't ask for things to be calm. Well, they're calm. And Brandon Alphen, JP Phillips, Alphen 21, 34. Trying to roll. Josh Parker up to fourth now. Has gotten around Sean Macklin. His lap time, a tenth better than everybody ahead of him. Thank you, Brent, for the like. Good. Jorgensen Jr., 4/10 of a second difference here over Schildhouse. Out of the closing laps, 1.3 the gap from Josh Parker to the rest of the field. Ryan Macklin holding on to 6. Tommy Ryan up 11. Gerald Livingston and Ryan Cook having a good battle here. Ryan Cook trying to press back forward. Jeff Ryan, same concept as Bobby Wetzel in the 9 car. Trying to do what he can here just to manage and maintain that right rear damage from earlier. It was tough. Jorgensen Jr. We'll see Doug Sigmund just ahead. Sigmund trying to hold on to the lead lap here. 19 laps to go. Brian Workman 8.5 ahead. Brian Workman is catching Barry Stevens. Kevin Stone 1.9 ahead of he. And then there's Gerald Livingston there. Gerald able to press hard. Jorgensen Jr. 6/10 of a second difference here as David Schildhouse trying to soak it up. Stephen Miles, Josh Parker, the next battle. As the 24 tries to hold on. Parker up 27. Sean Macklin in 5th. Brian Macklin's going to be in 6th. Tommy Ryan in 7th. JP Phillips is going to be in 8th. Brandon Alphen. Tyler Dalton is going to be through 10th. How about Doug Ross coming to pit road? 43. Might be soaking in what he's got going on here. Maybe a splash and skedaddle. 18 laps to go. Everybody was last to pit road on 47. That's going to be the big concept here. What can the drivers do 17 laps to go? Are they going to be short on fuel or are they going to run? Big question. Josh Parker takes over 3rd on Stephen Miles. Sean Macklin has closed back into Stephen Miles here as well. David Schildhouse, Mark Jorgensen Jr., Josh Parker, now your top 3. Stephen Miles, 59.61 on the I rating. Trying to hold on, has the 18 in tow, 18. Trying to get up underneath the 24. Is going to be able to be there. Can he? Oh, baby. They get into it. They hold on to it. Macklin gets around Stephen Miles with a bump and skedaddle. Jorgensen Jr. trying to stretch Sean Macklin. Now trying to catch back up. Stephen Miles rolling. Doug Ross leaving pit road. He spent 35 seconds on pit road. Oh, the 14. We'll be up to the wall. That should be a caution. Joey slow on the bottom side of the racetrack. Not a caution. Oh, the 14 comes down to the 2. Joey able to hold on to it, so no caution. He didn't get sideways enough. The end of this race is happening, folks. Jorgensen Jr., 9/10 of a second. Trying to stretch his legs here. Schildhouse, 33.35 his last time by. Josh Parker rolling on. Joey going to come to pit road, come down to the bottom of pit road. That's pit road exit. Oh, he's got a left front down. Something going on with the car. Oh, neck. That's it. The neck go to the wall. Again. That's crazy. Joey and netcode, it goes a long way. I'm telling you. The wall netcoded Joey. He said, you know what, Joey? I don't want you to finish this race. We're going to netcode you again. Remember, I've got that clip on TikTok, folks, that shows Joey getting netcoded from like 2 counties away. And now the wall here at Texas netcodes him. Jorgensen Jr. out front. David Schildhouse in second. Josh Parker's in third. Sean Macklin in fourth. Stephen Miles in second back. Is going to see Tommy Ryan pressing forward as well. Tommy Ryan drops into the corner. He's going to be full sent here. His last lap, very comfortable. Stephen Miles, 33.69. Brian Macklin, 33.41. 30, starting to turn on the gas here. JP Phillips at the tail end of this one is the fastest driver on the racetrack besides Tyler Dalton, 33.24. A full second with 10 laps to go. And the overcast skies have turned the pace up. Are there any Canadians racing? Yes. What's the weather in my area? It was 70 degrees today, and I worked outside. Thank you for the like again, sir. Thank you for following for 806 days. I appreciate that. I appreciate it a lot. 9 to go. Schildhouse stepping up as well. Josh Parker trying to work. Macklin trying to close back in. 1.19. Holyfield in and out of pit road. Joey getting the damage. Doug is good. Bobby getting the damage. That right side damage is what's hurting the drive for the 9 car. A full second now, the gap. 9/10 and closing. 8 laps to go as Jorgensen sees Schildhouse trying to close back in. A 10th better that time. Sean Macklin matching pace with Josh Parker. 2.6 back, looking ahead. Definitely want to see it happen. Karlovich there to the outside of Wesley Donaldson. Donaldson dropping here. 8 laps to go. Or if this is a fuel concern for any one of the drivers, did they take enough? That'll be the big question here. I think everybody was when they came to 47, that'll put a full tank. That would have put a full tank on all the drivers. Jorgensen trying to get his 6th win. Schildhouse trying to get another win here as well. Parker still utilizing that bottom side. 33.15 last time by. Tommy Ryan 0.3 of a second faster than the drivers ahead of him. He sees Sean Macklin just ahead. 7 laps to go. And Tommy Ryan to the back bumper of the 18. Says, excuse me. 18 down to block the 99. 78 there. And I say block. You wouldn't block it. Brennan Alpha to pit road. So Tommy Ryan trying to get clear of the 18. Parker 1.4 back. Jorgensen an opportunity. Tommy Ryan, his last lap seemingly very good. On the 18 down to the bottom side again. Tommy should be able to drive around the 18. Has the pace to be able to do so. A little side draft from Tommy. He's trying to get a top 5 here. 18 down to the bottom side of the racetrack. 99 throttles back up. I think Tommy Ryan saved something for the end of this race. 5 laps to go. 4 this time by. Jorgensen, 1.13 second gap. David Schildhouse to Josh Parker, now a quarter second. And he won a little love tap on the wall there. Tommy Ryan Able to get a little bit of clean air over the 18 now. He's got 3 laps to do something with it. A 1.4 second gap. 33.04, 2/10 of a second difference between these two. When it comes to lap times, Schildhouse trying to save 81 right behind in the slipstream of the 20. Jorgensen Jr. Once again trying to make it happen. Up and out, 2 to go. Schildhouse a full second. Josh Parker sits in third. Bobby Wetzel coming off pit road. Tommy Ryan, 2.4 back and trying to close in his last lap. 2/10 of a second faster than the drivers ahead of him. He is 1 second back from the back bumper of Josh Parker. Parker onto the back bumper of the 20. Mark Jorgensen Jr. out of 3 and 4. Will be up and down. White flag waves. Final lap. David Schildhouse and Josh Parker trying to make it happen. 81 trying to drive to the outside of the 20. 20 there to throttle up. 81 on the bottom. 81 trying to cross over here. 20 throttles up. Here's the battle for second, but here comes Tommy Ryan in tow as well. Jorgensen Jr., 3 and 4, trying to make it happen. And he will do so. Jorgensen Jr. gets the win. Schildhouse will coast second. Parker third. Tommy Ryan a close fourth. He was catching him at the end. Sean Macklin will be in fifth. Tyler Dalton will finish sixth. Bentley Glazer seventh. J.P. Phillips eighth. Karlovich is in ninth. Ryan Macklin in 10th. They were close on that fuel, but they made it happen. Jorgensen Jr., 6th win on the season. And a chance to celebrate. And do it with some justice. Tommy Ryan turned it on at the end, man. Good love for Tommy Ryan doing what he's got. Jorgensen Jr., chance to celebrate here. As we'll take a look at the race results. As soon as they populate, they should populate any moment. There they go. Jorgensen Jr., Schildhouse, thank you, Brent. Appreciate you. Josh Parker is going to be your top 3. Tommy Ryan, Sean Macklin, your top 5. Tyler Dalton, Bentley Glazer, 6th and 7th. J.P. Phillips, Jason Karlovich, Ryan Macklin, your top 10. Nelson Rivera, Stephen Miles, Alex Bryson, Wesley Donaldson, Rich Slavely, your top 15. Coleman, Scott Wertman, your top 18. And down the grid, or down the list we go. Kevin Stone, Gerald Livingston, and Randy Yoakum. You're going to be your top 21 drivers. 21 drivers on the lead lap. Sigmund a lap down. Friery 2 laps down. Barry Stevens 2 laps down as well. Ryan Cook jumped to pit road late in that race. He's 4 laps down. Jeff Ryan, Doug Roth all 4 laps down. Brandon Alphin 6 laps down. Bobby Wetzel, Joey Chatina, Holyfield Montesi, and Eric Arnold, EJ O'Rourke, Lane Phillips, and Joe Hudson. All the way through 36. That was fun. It was fun. Entertaining race. We like the entertainment. I like the entertainment, that is. We'll talk to the guy. Jorgensen Jr. comes home in victory lane for the 6th time. And you had your hands full there. Tell me about the fuel, because I had my concerns for a moment.
Oh, no, I was once I got about 0.8 to a second lead, I just started minding my gap. I was lifting way early into 1, way early into 3. Whenever I crossed the checkered, I had 0.3 gallons left, and I was telling the guys in Discord that I was going to be pretty pissed off if I couldn't do a burnout. So I clutched it, coasted all the way back around, did a little whoop-de-woo, and about the time I was pulling up to the start-finish line there to get the checkered flag, car just shut off. So managed it pretty perfect. I was really concerned on that fuel, man. I was over there crunching numbers in my head, this, that, and the other, and I was like, man, maybe David's in the catbird seat, right? Getting some draft, being able to lift, do all that good stuff. But what can I say, man? I might be good at these B cars. I need to give myself a little bit more credit, I guess.
You got wins in all kinds of different tracks here. So I think that's the biggest thing here. 6 wins is nothing it's how do I say this? 6 wins is an accomplishment, but if you get 6 different wins, let's look. Watkins Glen, Talladega, Darlington, Rockingham, Homestead, Las Vegas, and now we're going to add I'm sorry, not Darlington. So you got Watkins Glen, Talladega, Rockingham, Homestead, Las Vegas, and now we're going to add Texas to it. Some different racetracks out there, different drive lines. This one is very much that bottom feed race line, but you got to save some tire for this one because, boy, if you don't save anything, it has a tendency to go away.
Yeah, I felt like at the start of the race that I was doing good saving, right? I know I got out to about a second lead, and I was just managing, and I was shocked that Brian Macklin caught me and passed me. I was like, God dang, I wonder if he pitted on one of these cautions. But I just got in behind him. That guy probably should have won. That last restart there, that long green flag run. He was running so hard to keep Steven and David behind him. If it wasn't that, if he just would have stayed his pace, I feel like you would have been talking to him in victory lane. But he taught me something with me following him, getting through 1 and 2. I was getting back to the gas way sooner, and I was tracking out to the wall way sooner or way earlier than him. And I was like, okay, this next run, I'm just going to keep it along the white line longer around the corner before I start tracking out to the wall. And man, it saved a bunch of tire. But I'll say this. I mean, I do feel pretty comfortable, in these cars, this league. Mm-hmm. But you got guys like Josh Parker. I'm just gonna throw something out there because he's in here listening and whatnot. But if he would qualify,
mm-hmm.
I think that he would probably do. I mean, he'd be kicking tail. I mean, he'd be. I feel like he'd be dominating. And some guys are like that, man. Some guys are like that challenge of starting in the back and driving up through there. And I mean, he finished third. I mean, he probably could have got second, maybe. I know David was driving hard because he wanted a top 2 finish. I don't blame him, but me, I know if I start at the back like Josh does, I'll probably be swept up in every wreck known to mankind. But you got guys like that I feel like if he had better starting position, he probably would have been up front there with me battling, if not setting sail, and y'all be talking to him as well. But another guy that I'm going to throw a name out there is this Justin Fuller kid.
Mm-hmm.
He's got to get his schedule worked out because he's missing so many races. I feel like me and him should be battling quite a bit as well, with David and Josh Parker and Wesley and Tyler and Sean and Brian. All them guys are so freaking good. But I don't know how many races Justin's missed, but I missed last week. He won the damn race. He misses this week. I win. So I don't know. Maybe that's the trend we're going to start setting. But man, I'm just so thankful to be in this league, right? I say it all the time. Guys put their heart and soul into this to give us guys, a place to call home, and I'm just enjoying every single minute of it.
It was a good race. I agree with Josh, and I'll ask Josh. I put him back down to the waiting room. We try to talk to you guys individually instead of have everybody bounce up in here, so that way you get your time. But but I mean, I'm going to ask him the same question because week after week I see him starting at the back, and then I don't know if he just enjoys the hard charge, but I mean, his name could have been on this list. A couple of times here as well. If when it comes to wins,
I mean, he's no slouch.
No,
by any means, he's no slouch. But
he's fast, and he's fast really long. And I think that's what's great about it. And he has the inept ability to just turn the corner no matter what track we're in, and it's crazy. It's crazy to watch. And as a spectator above, right, I get to watch everybody. Everybody's different driving style, and when things happen, how things happen, and he's just able for the longest time just be able to find the right way to pick people off.
Right. I mean, former DWC guy, right? I mean, he's smart. He's got racecraft. He knows what. He's no dummy by any means. But man, I'm telling you, it's what a wheel man. I mean, that's all I can say about him.
Well, so are you. You got 6 wins, and you've missed some races. So, where we?
I wonder how this is going to look in the points now. I think I was like a handful behind because I missed last week with the drops and whatnot. I don't know. I don't really even pay attention to that. I just run every Wednesday night. Where hopefully finish good, top 3, obviously, so I can do a little interview, get a little long-winded, get my TV time.
I love it.
The points will work themselves out a little bit later. But man, I wish David was in here because I'd like to ask him how sweaty he is, because I'm sure he was driving hard to keep up with me, to try to, I mean, he kept me honest all race. I mean, I was either on his bumper or he was on mine. So, I mean, it's fun battling those type of guys and just learning things, right? Like I said, I've been on this service for 11 some odd years now, and I'm still learning every time that I get on here. Some cars I got figured out. That dang cup car, maybe I need to go take some driving lessons or something. I am not good in that car, but hey, it is what it is. We'll just keep on kicking booty on Wednesday nights.
I'm going to tell you that you and David are tied for first right now when it comes to points, 408 apiece. So,
hopefully they put me at the top, because I got more wins.
More wins. Yep. That's how how it is.
So I hope David's listening. David, I got more wins, so that's why I'm above you.
You've also led more laps.
I love the guy, man.
300 laps led. You have your driver rating is 105.08. It is the highest among active drivers in the field.
Wow.
So you're doing something right.
Well, he put a little bit of pressure on me today. He posted in Discord something about, this is my home track. If I don't win, I'm going to sell all of my rig and whatnot, and I'm going to move to Vermont. So I don't know how expensive that move would have been, but, I had to get up on that wheel and try to get it done. But, hey, whenever we get back around to David's home track, if we race at that track this season, I will put all that pressure on him.
I like it. Yeah, Nashville.
Absolutely.
Nashville's the next racetrack. Mark, congratulations. It's gonna be a good time, man. Give you shout outs, you get a victory, and we're moving on to next week.
Oh man. First and foremost, Signature Esports for the broadcast, right? Like them, love them, share them, follow them. Man, I appreciate it, man. Everything that you do for us. Everybody at SIM500, all the admins. Again, I touched on it a little bit earlier. They put all this stuff together, and I'm sure they get a lot of grief from us drivers from time to time, and they still put this on for us. That way we got a place to call home, race with some online friends, make some buddies, enemies along the way, whatever. I have a blast with it. It's amazing. Oh, let's see here. Always got to thank John Fowler for the paint scheme, complete graphics. I tell you what, man, this car looks fast sitting still, and it looks fast going around the racetrack. Go Racing Diecast for broadcasting or for sponsoring the series. Charles, appreciate it. Check them out. Go Racing Diecast. I'm sure if there's a certain diecast you got, I'm sure he's got it. Hit him up. God dang, I just feel like I'm forgetting a lot of people. All the guys in Discord, Joey, Joe, both Dougs, Brian, Barry. Guys, I apologize. I'm probably going to miss quite a few of them, but it's nice, calm, it's cordial. There's not a lot of bickering and moaning and groaning in the Discord, and that's what I love about it, man. Everybody's quiet. There's times where guys are going to get vocal, even myself, and that's fine. But a lot of us guys, we like to have that silence because we're focusing and just paying so much attention to what we got going on. But definitely appreciate those guys. Just everybody in the league, right? They're all so super good, man. And I know I've ruffled some feathers, along the way here recently. I'm trying to get better, do a little bit more respectful things on the racetrack, letting guys go, all that good stuff. Hopefully one of these days that respect will get turned back around. But until then, man, we'll load up, head to Nashville, and we'll see what we can do over there on the concrete.
And you got to thank the Smoking Hot wife. You missed it.
Oh man, I'm telling you, I was gonna miss somebody, and I can't believe I missed the most important one. My smoking hot wife, because once I climb into that bed a little bit later on tonight, we're side by side. I got my arm around her. We're gonna be watching this race back. I always love watching the broadcast, right? Whether I do good, win, end up in the catch fence. Like I said, I just appreciate everything that you do. I like your style. It's very entertaining to go back and see it from your perspective, right? So again, I appreciate everything that you do. But babe, I apologize. I'll be in that bed right beside you here in the next few minutes, as soon as I can shut my mouth.
Mark, it's always a pleasure.
I just love it, man. It's just fun, man. It's going well. This season's clicking. These cars are good. Me and David, we talk all the time, right? And I tell him that I would trade a lot of these Wednesday night wins to finally get me a Monday night win. And like I said, I'm not the greatest in those A cars, but again, you got to keep on trying and learning things, and eventually, hopefully, I'll be able to put the pieces together over there. But until then, man, I just hope I keep on laying it down over here and talking to you, victory lane, top 3, whatever. But I'm just having such a fun time. And like I said, man, I think sometimes it's luck, but man, I was on it tonight.
I tell you what, Budgie and I both agree. My moderator out there on Twitch, she and I agree. It's the fact that you're having fun, and that's what this is supposed to be, right? I try to bring the entertainment quality, but I also try to tell the story with the race, and you guys are out there telling the story with your cars. It's just kind of how it goes. And so keep up the energy, man. That's what matters.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, that's what it's all about, right? First and foremost is fun. If you're not having fun, you need to kind of, step back, pause, take a little break, regroup, whatever. Cause, I remember years ago when I first started on this service, right? I would take things so serious, and it got to a point where I would get so mad if I got touched or if I got wrecked. Nobody wants to get wrecked, but you gotta take a step back and be like, look, we're racing virtual race cars. Wrecks are going to happen. Yeah, it does suck to get wrecked, but you just need to, keep your cool and whatnot, because, you start blowing up on somebody, right? All that's going to do is make them feel even worse. Then what's going to happen next? They're going to drop out the league. They're not going to have fun or whatever. But, this league ain't about that, man. It's fun. It's chill, calm group of guys. Like I said, man, I just love it.
Well, we'll get to see you next week. Good luck on Monday's race.
Absolutely. I appreciate it. Thank you.
You too. Mark Jorgensen Jr. comes home in the 88, comes home victory lane. Love the dude. We'll put him down there with Josh. Let them have a little chit-chat real quick. David Schildhouse is going to be your P2 finisher tonight. Save it at the end. Josh was keeping you honest, and Mark says you're keeping him honest. And man, oh man, what a good green flag run there at the end. It would have had everybody concerned a little bit, I think.
Oh my God, dude. As if I needed any more motivation to not finish second to Mark. Having to wait 30 minutes to get an interview after he wins a race is certainly the best motivation I could think of. Oh my God. Does that guy ever shut up? We get it. You won. You're great. You're the best. You're all just the best. We get. No, I'm just kidding, man. I love Mark. It was a great drive by him. Another great win by him. I'm glad we're keeping him honest, but he just whooped our ass tonight. So obviously we're not doing a good enough job. I didn't do a great job tonight either. P2 is good, and I can't be mad about that, but there's a lot of things I could have done better. I just didn't execute great. Started in qualifying and never really got to the front. So I don't really like this track. I'm gonna be honest with you. I was just telling my chat, the children, that this is probably one of my 3 least favorite tracks that we go to, that I just don't ever vibe with, and just sort of played out tonight that way.
Well, hello, children. We love you over here at Signature Esports, of course. The big part about this track was I mean, everything being as single file as it is, one, you have to save, then you have to save fuel, and then on top of that, you've got just hard racing all the way around you. I mean, it's hard to make passes when everybody's just so level here.
It's all but impossible, man. This track is just so garbage, dude. I'm sorry. It's just bad. It doesn't race good. And it didn't help the fact that in this car, at least, I mean, it's a damn plow box, dude. This thing would turn a 40-acre field. I had 13% right front tire left at the end of this race.
Whoa.
13.
Whoa.
Okay. Like I've never been that low on a right front tire, and I felt like I was trying to really save, like you said, save tires, save fuel, and maintain pace. But like, good Lord, man, that was a lot to deal with tonight. I was really hoping it would be on the right rear, and I just don't like tight race cars, dude. I just don't like driving them. I don't think it's fun. I think it's brainless racing, and loose race cars are the best race cars. But it's not what we had tonight, and we all had to deal with the same thing. And I don't know, points wise, I guess it was good. We're like halfway through the season, which is kind of crazy to think that we're already halfway through this. But 4 races to go until the chase starts. Is that right?
Yeah, 4 races to go. You're tied for first with Mark, so that's at least a big positive leaving this track. I was shocked too. You guys had a high track temperature. You had a windy day. I was very surprised this track wasn't more loose than what it was.
Yeah, I don't know which way the wind was blowing. I'm not smart enough to figure that out. It felt like it was tight in 3 and 4, like it was pushing across the racetrack towards 3 and 4, almost, which doesn't help things. But like, yeah, I don't know. The Xfinity car, it's the iRacing default setups. These things, I don't know who's building these things, but they need to go to school, man, because that's not how you do it. This was not fun, dude. We could have knocked the front bar down a couple of clicks, maybe put a little more cross in. I don't know. But again, we all had to deal with the same thing. It's fixed setup racing and sturdy air and single file racetrack, just terrible racetrack. But yeah, it's good to be tied in points. I don't know how we're tied in points. He's won like a million races at this point. I've won 2. So,
but he's missed
my
races
consistency.
too. He's missed races.
I guess.
He missed 1 race over. Plus, you guys have a provisional week in there too, so it is taking an average point.
Yeah, I suppose.
You've been really consistent. You both have 6 top 5s and 7 top 10s. That's consistent.
It is, and that's something I've been harping on myself for a while here in the Xfinity series is consistency. I was really inconsistent at the start of the year. I'd have one good finish, then one really bad finish, then a good finish, then a bad finish. So like I've really been trying to work on cleaning up the consistency. I've been putting it to them on Monday nights in their Cup Series. I've won 4 out of 6 over there. And so like I feel like I'm really good at the Cup car now, and Mark is really good at the Xfinity car, and we sort of balance each other out that way. But he's still got a little something extra on me here that I just need to get figured out. Fuller wasn't here tonight, so he probably would have played a factor in this race as well. He's really quick, but he wasn't here. So yeah, I think we're shaping up really good as we head into the chase. He just has a lot more wins than me, but I've got 4 more opportunities before the chase starts to get a win myself, and I like to think every time we show up, we can win.
I like it. I mean, if I look at how many bonus points he has, I think that's the big advantage that I see for the chase. So those are things that you need, and you need more of them. David, congratulations to you and all your crew as well. And it's always a pleasure to get a chance to talk to you. Man, we're off to Nashville next week, man. That'll be a good track. That'll be free.
Yeah, I hope so. If we're in another tight on the right front plow box, I'm going to be drinking while I drive, man. And I'm not saying what it's going to be. It could be water. I didn't say. I didn't specify.
Hydrate.
But I'm just saying yeah, just going to stay hydrated if that's the case, because that's just the worst, man. I like Nashville Super Speedway. I feel confident there, especially if it's on the right rear, which would be cool. But, man, I'm just, I'm loving what we're doing over here at SIM500. A big thank you to Splash to Go Graphics, of course, for the beautiful paint scheme. If you want one of your own, make sure you head over to Splash to Go Graphics. Mention my name. They'll get you a nice little discount on your first order. Big thanks to everyone at twitch.tv/Schildhouse. The children, of course, enjoyed the show tonight. A little bit shy of a win, but they're still enjoying it, cheering me on. Big thanks to GOAT Racing Diecast for their support of the series, and to you, of course, and the Signature Esports Network for the incredible coverage, man. I love listening to you call a race. For a one-man show, you do an absolutely phenomenal job. It's a pleasure to listen to. I can't wait to listen to it tomorrow while I'm in the car driving to work. And we'll see you next week at Nashville.
David, good luck on your race on Monday. I told the same thing to Mark, so I've got to be even with you both.
Well, that's fine. No biases allowed, but, he's got some work to do. He's got to catch me on Mondays. I've got to catch him on Wednesdays. I think that's a good little friendly rivalry.
I root for Gerald Livingston every week. So that's
Fair. I love Gerald. Gerald's a good dude, man. There's a lot of great dudes in this league.
Yeah, he and Bobby Wetzel both. Those are my guys that I root for secretly behind the scenes.
That's okay. I'll allow it, dude. I love Bobby. Bobby's great. Does a great job, man. Everyone here at SIM500, from the top to the bottom, dude. I love this group. It's my first year with them, and I'm really enjoying my experience so far. I'm glad that I'm here.
Just gets better from there. David, we'll see you next week, man.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
That's Mr. Shieldhouse, the children coming home in P number 2. Last but not least, the man of the hour. And I got to ask the question for Mark and for all of our community as well. Josh Parker comes home P3. Mark said, why doesn't that man qualify? And I said the same thing earlier, because you are always that hard charger. You are always able to drive and pick drivers off. Just you have such a talent on the racetrack. And you finished third tonight. Congratulations, first and foremost. I think you just like being the guy that drives through the field.
If whoever's watching, whoever cares, I don't know. I've been doing this for so long. Winning doesn't really do anything for me. I just honestly, I enjoy being around, talking to these guys a couple days a week, having fun racing. No, I'm out. I want to be the jokester and enjoy racing while being fast. So I don't know. I feel like back in the day, you used to be able to separate with driving talent and everything else. And here with the aero now and the tire model. And when you're in the top 10, you're just running one race and you're hoping for someone to screw up, where if you start in the back, you at least have some fun, right? You can change the strategy. Anything can change it up. So that's the main reason why. The other thing for Xfinity is I'm not in for the points, so it's easier for me to stay out of the way for the people that actually do run in the points, which is kind of why I told David, don't block me. I'm not going to run you for second. That's the main reason for Xfinity. But all in all, that's the main reason why. I just feel like there's more. I have more fun coming from the back, because once you're in the top 10, like you see it, these guys are so good. Mark's good. David's good. We've been doing this for so long. It's all in the inputs now, and it's these guys hardly ever screw up. So that's the reason why I always start in the back, and I don't know, it's fun.
There's nothing wrong with it, man. Nothing wrong with it. But I gotta ask the question. I get the chance to talk to you. I gotta ask you. You know what I mean? And the same thing I said to Mark. Having fun on this simulator is the most important thing to this, because if you're not having fun, I mean, then you're not playing a game, so to speak. I know it's a simulator. Don't shoot me out there. But this is it's a big deal to enjoy yourself, because then why pay for a subscription every month?
Honestly, I was listening to Mark there before you moved me out, and the reason why I did that is because my wife yelled at me for talking. So I was like, oh, maybe if I jump in here, she'll talk to me. He'll come play for us. But honestly, I get more enjoyment listening to, because Mark puts in a lot of effort on here. I don't put in any effort on this. I hop on, I grab some beer, and I race, right? And I have fun doing just that. Mark enjoys the hell out of this. He enjoys running well. He enjoys running for points. So that I've been doing this since I was 14. I'm 34 now. So I've had the time where I've taken this to my personal life, and it's stupid, right? So we all have fun here, and honestly, hearing Mark, he said he's from Texas, I think, I guess.
Yeah.
And he really wanted to win here, and I'm like, man, it's just a video game, but you know what? I'm going to be that guy that comes in, hard charges you, and gives you that, make your heart drop for a second. But it's fun to hear how excited he was.
Yeah, and I think that's, man, that's, you have fun your way. Mark has fun his way. You know what I mean? Two different driving styles, but at the same time, it's camaraderie. It makes all the difference, right? And I think that's what makes this special, makes the league special. It makes what I do special, because I get to hear the personality behind it.
Yeah, you just said it. I mean, I can run a different league if I wanted to, but the people will bring me back. So it's a fun league to do. It's you pay for it, but at the end of the day, you get free entertainment. If you think about it. So.
Yep. Oh, I agree. I know they pay me to do this, but it is my job to entertain. But at the same time, the same thing I told Mark was, I I have to tell the story of what you guys are doing, and you guys are telling the story for me with your cars.
Yeah, right. And honestly, we appreciate you. You're not ever doing anything. You're watching us do it, so we appreciate you more.
Oh, man. Josh, thank you, sir. Thank you for waiting. I always save the third for last, and I always say it's the best for last because that's the one that usually busts their butt the hardest. And tonight, you're 28 spots to the advantage over the rest of the field. That's a massive undertaking. The biggest thing, and I said this to the other two, I watched you be able to just set drivers up for passes that it just looks so smooth. So great talent. Congratulations. A lot of kudos from me to you to be able to watch you do this.
I appreciate it. I was trying to help JP out coming to the field. JP, I was like, take all the arc out of it. Hey, this track sucks. It's like, do not try to arc this track. Go right to the bottom, stay in that white line, and that's it. Don't care where everyone else is running. And then that's all I do.
Yep. I mean, and you just wait. That's
Be patient,
great.
man. Just
Yeah.
wait. Just wait.
I like it. Josh, congratulations on a P3 tonight. It's a pleasure to get a chance to talk to you and ask you the hard questions, so to speak. And, man, give your shout outs, give your thanks.
Well, definitely shout out to you for doing the broadcast. Everyone over Chad, all those guys, Joey for running this league that I've been doing for so long. And yeah, now you know. I just do it because if within the top 10, you're all running the same race unless something weird happens. So
I like it, man. And I look forward to seeing you start from the back next week at Nashville.
all right, I appreciate it.
You too. That's Josh Parker, folks, coming home P3 tonight. And sorry to his missus for not talking to him earlier. And I hate getting anybody in trouble. I get excited. I start yelling, and sometimes Jess has to get on to me. So I love this stuff, and I love finding out the reasons why people drive the way they do, whether it's good, bad, or indifferent. It's all knowledge. It's all things I soak up. So next week, when if Josh doesn't qualify and he starts in the back, then that's my story. That's a stat that I get to remember for the rest of it, right? And he's a damn good driver. You know who else was a damn good driver tonight? Pardon my language. Tommy Ryan. He's up 14 spots, and he was charging at the end. And man, oh man, did he save enough to make it happen? He was rolling. Sean Macklin did a phenomenal job as well. Tyler Dalton making a charge back to the front. 14 spots gained for Bentley Glazer. He was fantastic. J.P. Phillips up 5 spots. Brian Macklin, the only reason why he finished inside the top 10 and wasn't further ahead was just, I think he was just saving fuel, maybe burnt up some tires, but he had a great run as well. That 10-lap tire strat that happened early. If this thing ran green, he had a great advantage working on the field. So great job there. How about the old 60? We get to talk to him time and time again. He comes home 9th. He's up 6 spots. Nelson Rivera might be off 6, but he was marching back forward as well. Stephen Miles there at the end, I think he was just running out of fuel. We got to talk to him last week. He's an awesome guy to talk to. Love the Louisiana native, but a good old buddy Mark Jorgensen Jr. Love to hear it. Love to see it. Love to know why he is so excited. It's because he's just a genuine human. And David Schildhouse as well. And Josh Parker knocking it home. Folks, much love to you. Thank you to Goat Racing Diecast, of course. Make sure you check them out. These drivers can't mention them enough, and I can't mention him enough. Charles Van Scoik is just he's just a huge component to not just this league, but just to the iRacing world and the diecast world and NASCAR everywhere. I mean, he's even trying to be involved in NASCAR as well as sponsoring drivers in the Arc Menard series. So just do what you got to do to support Charles. Go buy one of his diecasts. He's got, when I say he's got a huge selection, he's got a huge selection. He's always trying to find ways to make sure that what he does can be affordable for you and can be good. You know, we love to see him. Hopefully we get to see him back out on the racetrack soon. But yeah, outside of that, folks, we appreciate you all. Thank you very much to everybody watching. I know a lot of SIM500 watches after the fact, and I want to make sure that I thank SIM500 I know the driver interviews are it's kind of where everything falls off as far as like viewer numbers. People kind of don't typically stick around, but if you're watching this far, thank you all very much as well. But also thank you to SIM500, Joey, and the entire crew, all the admins, all the people that put this stuff together. They put together some phenomenal racing. I know that I can't call all the races, but to be able to call this Wednesday night series is really cool. We call a lot of races across the board, from Chop Shop Racing, Amp Racing, SIM500. We focus on three different leagues, not including our Powder Puff series and my own Sunday Fun Day stuff, but three major leagues that we call for, and we call 9 races over 7 days. It's fun. To me it's fun. And these drivers make it fun, and these leagues make it fun. So thank you to SIM500. Of course, thank you to all of our sponsors and affiliates up there as well, and we want to thank them for being on board with this. Thank you, of course, to Chop Shop, Muscarella Motorsports, CNL Carpets, Lunatic Designs, and Budgie out there. Budgie, just keep kicking butt. Thompson Racing, of course, and we love y'all. We appreciate y'all. Thank you to everybody. We'll see you at Nashville next week for SIM500. We'll see you tomorrow night for some dirt racing with Chop Shop, and it's going to be an absolute blast. Be good, be safe, be kind of one of the most important factor of life, Budgie. Thank you. We'll see you at the next one. Peace out.